Hey guys, I'm doing a quick channel update and a personal rant and a little venting, as well as an unboxing. I'm going to open a package I received for my birthday from my cousin. So we're going to try to do all of that in this video. I'm sorry for the quality, but I'm using my iPhone right now, which is very unpredictable. But I'm trying to charge my actual camera battery for now, so I can do something else later. So let's get to the channel update, which I have a paper here because it's a list of planned videos, because I don't want anyone to think that we're not going to keep making videos. But I do have to say that we've been very busy lately. I've got a lot of stuff going on personally. Yeah, like trying to find a job really badly right now. Like it's getting really like serious. But I'll get into that in a minute. But so, you know, right now YouTube is not a source of income for us. So that can be, you know, there are things we have to think of first. And so it can make it a little bit slow for us to get together and be able to make videos, my sister and I. We have to hit like 1,000 subscribers because of the new policy before we're able to be remonetized, and even then they're gonna assess it. So I don't know what their new assessment involves. Like, since we started using clips in our videos, in our reviews and stuff, I don't know, they might not approve monetization. Who knows? So anyway, we'll see with that. But anyway, it's we have our weekly shows, right? Sailor Moon by Moonlight, X-Files by Moonlight, and we kind of try to do Disney by Moonlight weekly, but it just depends. Those are shows that I try to always do with my sister. I don't really want to do those shows solo. I have a lot of little things that I do on my own. Movie reviews are sometimes just me, and sometimes we're together. And just, you know, sometimes I do haul videos and things like that, and you know, just random stuff. But as far as those three shows and sometimes other stuff, we try to do that stuff together. X-Files by Moonlight, I know that in one of the recent episodes that we posted, my sister mentioned we were going to try to do it twice a week, and I was kind of like, what? Because I know she's too busy for that. And it's pretty clear that we're not going to get that up twice a week, because I've got like a dinosaur on a wheel running my computer, and it can take like 2 days to edit and format a video and post it depending on the video and how much is in it. And we put a lot of clips in those. In fact, we got a copyright claim on the third, I'm going to say on the last X-Files that we posted, which was kind of a BS claim, because it's just from some other YouTube channel that has nothing to do with anything we have in our video. But somehow, you know, we got linked to them on a copyright claim. And that might not ever clear up, because YouTube copyright stuff is really screwy. And it's like automated system stuff. And so basically that episode, which was about the third episode of X-Files, it is not viewable in the UK right now because of the ban from the copyright claim that I did dispute. But I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere with the dispute, because again, automated system, the other person, the person who put up the claim, has to like take action to say yes or no on our dispute, which is weird that that's the way it's done, but it's done that way. So yeah, that'll probably never go anywhere. And hopefully we won't get penalized for making a dispute on that claim, because that's another thing that can happen, and they can take your channel down. So I don't know what's going on with that. But that was the last episode of X-Files by Moonlight, so I don't know, you might not have been able to see that one, which is too bad, because it was a good episode. And we have the next episode shot already. It's just got to do all that editing, you know. It's a big thing for us with this shoddy equipment we've got. And we're still learning as we go. Sailor Moon by Moonlight, we still need to sit down and watch the second episode and film it. So that's going to take a little while. So, you know, as far as doing things once a week, that's going to be a little tricky. Please ignore the car alarm that just went off. Okay, so, but beyond that, I do want to say, even when a week goes by that there's only like maybe one video posted or two, or maybe even got so busy that no video got posted, that's rare. But I just want to say, yeah, I've got this list here of videos I'm intending to make, so don't feel like we're at any point really slowing down. We're just trying to balance a lot of personal stuff that's going on right now. For one thing, movie reviews. I'm still doing the movie reviews. It's kind of like I usually am reviewing movies that have been out for at least like 2 or 3 weeks, so it almost seems pointless. But I mean, you know, people rent, people decide whether or not to buy a movie, so I'll probably continue doing those, and I try to do them, or I will try to do them more timely, but I've got some catching up to do. There's like 4 or 5 movies out right now that I would like to see and review, and I know that they've been out for a while, so it's not going to be like timely, but I wouldn't mind reviewing them. This past, I guess it was the end of last week maybe, that I saw Ready Player One, and I tried to shoot a review right away, although it was already like, the movie had already been out for a week or two. I don't remember when it came out, but I tried to shoot a review right after I saw the movie, but it just didn't go well. Or, you know, stuff was happening. So I'm gonna try to do that maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But anyway, I did see it, which a lot of people were telling me it's really good, and I was kind of reluctant, but I'll get into that stuff in a review. What else? First thing on this list, and I don't know why it's first on this list, is an ASMR video. And if you haven't looked into those, you should, just to find out what it is. They're these videos that are supposed to help put you to sleep, and usually there's this like cute girl talking really soothingly and moving her hands and things like that. But guys do them too, and I just kind of thought I might do a parody one, or maybe do some legit ones that are just maybe a little bit funny, but I don't know. I'll think about it. It's something that's in the back of my head because I got really into those videos recently, because they can be enjoyable when you're very lonely, which I am. And what else? Let's look at something else now. Yeah, okay, here we go. Learn to make animated shorts for my comic strip. See, on the banner for this channel, it says moonlightmotelcomic.com, because I had a comic strip I was doing on my own website for a while. And as the years went on and issues happened with me creating art, with my dad passing away and stuff like that, and I wasn't able to create art. In fact, I still owe some people art, and I still owe some people refunds. And I'm planning to really get into making art again, like as soon as I find a job, so I can buy art supplies, because I want to make actual physical art again, you know, not even just digital, but actual physical art. So I want to get back into that, and I want to, you know, give back to the people I owe, which some people have, you know, I just haven't even communicated with in so long, and they probably just think I blew them off. But I'm going to refund those people, or else give them art, or both. But so yeah, but with my comic strip, I don't have that website anymore, and I might try to get it back at some point. But I'm also thinking I might learn how to make animated shorts and start putting those on YouTube instead of just creating a comic strip. Or maybe I'll do both, or maybe, I don't know. But I don't want my characters to die, I don't want my strips to die, so I'm gonna be doing something with that soon. So yeah, I still need to learn how to animate, and what the best way to do that on the computer is, and the fastest and everything. But that is on my list here, to do some Moonlight Motel comics, cartoons, animated versions of my comics. I have a top secret, a Christmas story video planned, and the reason I'm calling it top secret is I haven't really seen a video like this on YouTube on the subject that I'm going to talk about. Maybe I need to look a little harder. There might be one, but anyway, it's something I've got planned. I don't want to say exactly what, because I haven't seen it done quite yet. So I'm gonna try to do that soon. I've been planning it for a while. What else? I have here listed on this list, go to Texas Chainsaw Massacre place. Because they filmed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, nearby here. Because I live here in Austin right now. And I've always wanted to go check it out since I heard about it, which was like, a few years ago, that they actually have it like a tourist attraction now, where you come see it and they sell barbecue there. It's like the gas station from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something like that. And yeah, I kind of would like to check that out and make a video, even though I know there are already YouTube videos about this. I want to make my own. I just want to go see the place, And more videos like that. We just posted one where we went to the San Antonio Zoo. We do need to work on talking more in those kind of videos, but like that one is entirely footage. Sometimes we do talk more, but I don't think I'll ever be able to be like Adam the Woo or Justin Scarred, where they walk around with their camera nonstop just talking to the camera. I would love to be able to do that. I'm a little too introverted, I think, for that. If I have like lines, that's one thing, but like I'm working on it. Maybe someday we'll be like that. What else? My social anxiety and social awkwardness makes it really hard for me to just walk around talking to the camera. What else? But yeah, that's one idea of a location I want to do. And as far as Disney by Moonlight, we've got a lot of trip plans we're going to be discussing. And also, just reviewing Disney movies and things like that. But also, we have a couple of old ones we still need to do. One is Wilderness Lodge, which we stayed at last year. We also stayed at Fort Wilderness, and we've done a lot of reviewing of that, and we're staying there again this year. We want to try to hit as many resorts as possible in our lifetimes, but yeah, we really loved Fort Wilderness, so we're going back. And the first two resorts we went to, we've gone to Disney since we were little, but for the first half of that time, because there was like a 10-year gap where we couldn't afford to go. We just didn't get to go. And even now, I can't afford to go. I kind of travel on the kindness of my family. But I did pay my half last time. But like right now, my sister's got a trip planned, and I don't know. And I got to find a job so I can help out. But yeah. The first couple of times we went where we actually stayed at resorts were the two New Orleans themed resorts. One of them is I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on this. Port Orleans. Okay, Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarter. We stayed at both of those. The first 2 years we started going back to Disney. I guess that was like 2014 maybe or something. I'm not sure. And we liked them a lot. To varying degrees. I think we liked Riverside a lot more. Port Orleans, my favorite part about Port Orleans, maybe the only part I really loved about Port Orleans, French Quarter, because they're both Port Orleans, but the French Quarter one, I love the French Quarter look of the whole place, but I think what I really liked the most about that was the little food court area, which had these big the giant masks and Mardi Gras type float stuff, that they would have, and they took that stuff out. I just heard about that I heard about that last year or whenever they took it out. They revamped that place, and that's really disappointing. I don't know how much I want to go back to French Quarter now when they changed that, but it looks a lot more boring, that little food court place now, so that's kind of disappointing. But we did eat at Trails End restaurant last year at Fort Wilderness, and we wanted to do a review of that, and we haven't gotten around to it, so that's something that's still on our list. We're going to try to get those out of the way soon, because our memories are fading on those. Halloween Party, we already talked about that. That's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to keep talking about those as the trip draws closer. What else? Oh yeah, I still want to post the raw footage of our our trip last year, which is like, you know, just a video that is entirely footage without us talking about it and stuff, and we'll probably have more footage than what we used in our videos already. Birthday special. This is stuff for Disney by Moonlight. I'm planning to do a birthday special, which is about our birthdays, our little parties that my sister and I have thrown for each other. In the past few years, we've kind of gotten like hardcore about throwing each other little birthday parties on our birthdays, of course, where you know, we try to make really special cakes and with our amateur skills, and just theming and decorating. Like, it's gotten more hardcore every year. So the past few were Disney themed, so it's going to be on Disney by Moonlight, although I'll talk briefly about the ones that were not Disney themed. Her birthday's coming up in September, and provided I have a job and money, I don't think it's going to be a Disney theme this year, what I'm going to plan for her, but it'll be interesting anyway. Oh, I also wanted to say about that birthday video. I haven't done like a birthday haul video because it's going to be part of the Disney by Moonlight birthday special, because the main focus is going to be my most recent birthday and my sister's most recent birthday. But we are going to talk about the previous ones that we made, our special parties, whenever that started up a few years back. So my latest birthday, because it just happened, like I literally just had another birthday. It's like they happen every year. But I got some very lovely gifts, so I'm going to do a haul within that video. And I got a couple of things for Easter too, and I'm just going to include that in the birthday haul, because my birthday is usually really close to Easter, so we'll just combine it. And Last Jedi review, we already did that. Cosplay by Moonlight. Every once in a while I do a cosplay by Moonlight video, usually because I'm working on my costumes for Mickey's Not So Scary. Well, I mean, I've always done elaborate Halloween costumes, and cosplay level to some degree, you know. And I would be a regular all the time cosplayer if I had the funds and the time, especially the funds. And if I had a circle of cosplay friends. Maybe it's because I'm older than most cosplayers, but I don't have like a circle of cosplay friends. Maybe it's because I don't cosplay enough. I think most of it is just my social anxiety, that when I'm around cosplay people, when I'm around any people, I have no idea how to like interact and make friends with people. I have like 0 friends in Austin. But so I'm not good with that. But I still, when I make a costume, I still take it seriously, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy wearing costumes. And I was working on a Mr. Gold from Once Upon a Time costume, like last year for Mickey's Not So Scary, but I decided I don't want to be Mr. Gold unless I like drop like a ton of weight, which I'm working on right now, and I'm making a little progress. So maybe I'll be able to do Mr. Gold this year, because it's still many months before Halloween. But we'll see. But I had one more video, at least one more, that was ready to go, basically, planned, and that was for the teacup that Mr. Gold carries around, because basically I was doing a video as I would get a prop or something for my costume, because the main part of the costume is a suit, which I have to go purchase and have tailored or whatever. But that's gonna be later, and that's gonna take some cash too, and I gotta be fit for that. But Mr. Gold has a little teacup that's very precious to him, because Mr. Gold is not only Rumpelstiltskin, he's also the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. And I found out what the actual teacup was that is shown on the TV show, and I ordered one of those, and I still have to paint the details on it. But then I'm going to do a little cosplay by Moonlight video about that little teacup and how you can get your own and everything. I just haven't had time. It's been a long time, and I hope I can find the teacup that I ordered. But it's the exact one from the show, but it has to have details painted onto it. So when I find that teacup and get around to doing the painting, I will have that video posted. And something I forgot to write down here is that I'm thinking about doing some kind of art video, some kind of art show. When I was a kid, I used to draw, make new art. I guess I do kind of have it written over here. I used to watch a show about how to draw, like cartoons and stuff. And that show was very special to me when I was a kid. It was on PBS. And I don't know what the title is. And a lot of people have suggested it to me, but they're suggesting the wrong show. So this might have been a local show. Maybe it wasn't on PBS. Maybe it was just a local public access. But I'm not sure. But it was an older man, and he had like an easel with like a drawing pad on it. And I remember at the end credits, they always showed him drawing a seal on a surfboard, a cartoon seal on a surfboard. If anyone knows that show, I grew up learning to draw watching that show and other stuff. I used to trace coloring books and comic book covers. Stuff like that is how I learned to draw. But yeah, I would love to find out what that show was. But I was thinking of doing a show like that on YouTube. I'm sure there are a lot of things like that already on YouTube, but you know, do my own, whatever. And yeah, that might be about everything I have on here. Make merchandise and Patreon. I don't know. Someday maybe I will do that. I could definitely use the help, but we don't have enough subscribers yet to make that worthwhile. So yeah, I think that's everything that I have planned so far. But it's a pretty long list. So we've got a lot of things planned for the channel, guys. Gonna try to change the banner as soon as possible, the background, whatever you call it, the wallpaper. And so it doesn't say moonlightmotelcomic.com, because I don't have that website right now. Maybe I'll try to get it back. But that's the story with the channel right now. X-Files by Moonlight, Sailor Moon by Moonlight, Disney by Moonlight, still coming with more episodes, but the whole idea of doing it weekly, until we're monetized, I don't know how weekly things are going to be, but we're going to try to get them on as often as possible. It's just not a regular schedule yet. It won't be a regular schedule until things are more balanced and settled for me. Because like I said, trying to find a job right now, this is the part where we go into my little personal rant, my personal vent. It's more of a vent. So yeah, I got laid off from a job I had for about a year with a healthcare agency where I was doing basically data entry, and basically they only needed me for so long, so they eventually laid me off when the management changed, because I had a manager who really liked me. That manager changed to one that didn't really care about me one way or the other. So as just the data entry guy, I got laid off. I wasn't the only person though. There was another person who seemed to be really good at their job, and they got laid off too. That was weird. But anyway, so I've been on the job search, and that's really tricky for me because my degree is in fine art, and there's like really nothing I can do with it. So every once in a while I apply for something that seems kind of like that, but I usually don't even get a call. Actually, I rarely get calls when I apply for stuff. That's why I usually have to call the temp agency and have them help me out. So yeah, not a lot of, Austin is supposed to be a great place for jobs, but I haven't found it to be that way because it's mostly restaurant jobs. Just for those who don't know, Austin's a great place for jobs if you want to work in a restaurant. I've worked in a restaurant before. I wasn't a server. I just worked in a restaurant. It was Mr. Gaddy's, and it was a dirty job. I mean, you don't ever want to eat in a restaurant again when you work in a restaurant. And that's any restaurant, because I also worked at some other places also. I just don't recommend working in restaurants. And I've never been a server. I just know that I don't have the balance to carry a tray full of drinks and food without dropping it like daily. I don't have the strength in my arms. I'm deceptively weak. But so yeah, I don't see myself working in a restaurant. Plus, you got a college degree, you want to make at least a certain amount, I'm not asking for much. Right now, I just want to pay the rent, but my social anxiety and social awkwardness make it really hard to find a job. I have a serious phobia of telephones, and that's not a joke. People think I'm kidding. I'm serious. I can't. Phones ringing really makes me nervous. Just the sound and talking to people I don't know is a big issue for me. So it's a little tough to find a job. I'm also really bad at interviews. Really bad. I usually don't even get an interview, so it doesn't seem to matter. But pretty bad at those. But I'm trying to find a job. I need to find one immediately. Some friends have tried to help me out by saying, oh, this place is hiring, that place is hiring, but I can't do sales because that's part of my social anxiety. Hardcore. Cannot do sales in any way. And I've made the effort. I worked for a week, or actually probably half a week at a car lot, and I sold a car. But it was in that case I just couldn't stand that some of the people I was working with, But also I knew nothing about cars. I hate doing something where I don't know anything about it, But I don't know much about anything but drawing, and I haven't even done that in so long. But I'm trying to find something. I don't know. Most of the time when people try to help me out, it's like, oh, it's sales, or it's like phone telemarketing type stuff, which I can't even do that. I mean, that is it's the social anxiety thing and everything, and I don't like doing that to people. Trying to pressure people to buy something or anything like that. I hate that. And I hate when I run into people trying to do that to me. I can't even, I can barely go to Walmart because they have those people trying to sell you direct TV or whatever. And sometimes they have them at Best Buy, or I don't know if they still do, but that drives me nuts. I'm circling my cart way out of the way around that area. But in addition to that, and just in trying to make rent, right now I'm gonna have to sell a lot of DVDs or something to try to make rent money. I mean, I'm close, but I'm still short. And besides that, I'm having some bank issues again. A while back, my debit card number was stolen, and I had to cancel my debit card, and I was out a few $100, and basically I could not use my bank account at all until things got cleared up, which takes a month. And now it's happening again. And in this case, because of what happened, and I'm not going to go into the details, but it's likely I'm going to have to pay a bunch of late fees that I did not incur, really. But I just feel like when they do their investigation, it's not going to turn out in my favor, just because the place where the charges were happening, the faulty charges or whatever you want to call them, I have purchased there before, so so there might be an issue with that. I might not get cleared for that, and I might end up having to pay $200 in late fees that are not my fault, So yeah, when you're down, they kick you. When it rains, it pours. Unemployed, so all of a sudden my bank wants to steal $200 from me that I don't have, that I'm trying to find right now for rent. So that's happening right now. So that's part of the venting. The other part of the venting, besides the fact that I'm on a very strict diet because I'm trying to lose a lot of weight for Halloween for that trip, so I can actually finally ride the Harry Potter ride, because the ride vehicles are made for people who are I don't know. So I can't ride the Harry Potter rides or a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so I'm trying to get in shape so I can do that, and so I can wear costumes that I want to wear instead of always having to be characters like Pete or Wreck-It Ralph, because I don't and I support everybody dressing up however they want, but for me personally, I don't like dressing up like a character that I don't look like, and that includes physique wise. I just don't, it doesn't work for me as far as my own personal cosplays, So trying to get in shape, but on top of that, a few years ago, and it's probably because of stress, I triggered some really severe psoriasis. a skin disorder that is just like covered my whole face. Like my whole face right now is beet red, but I have a lot of makeup on and you can't tell too well. It might look a little splotchy, but without the makeup that I'm currently wearing, yes, I have to wear makeup now. I have to like wear makeup before I go anywhere or before I shoot a video because my face has got huge red splotches, and it's psoriasis that has spread, you know, from the scalp to the face to, and it's just something that happens with stress and stuff that triggers it. But then it's almost impossible to make it go away because people don't know what causes it and everything, supposedly. But I did find somebody who cleared theirs up, and they had it really severe like me. And basically what you have to do is for about a month and a half, you cannot have any sugar in your diet. And that includes fruit, and it includes any kind of grains. So basically you're limited to just vegetables and meat. Which is really hard for me because I mean, you know, all those things that turn into sugar, it's terrible, but that's like half my diet, you know, and the other half is meat. No, I recently learned to eat a lot of vegetables I've never eaten before, but now I'm limited to just that and the meat, and it's really stressful for me. But I'm having to do that now. Not going to put me in the best mood in the coming weeks. And so it's like a month and a half of that, and then it's like a month and a half of just is it a month and a half? It's like 6 weeks of just of what I said, and then for the next 6 weeks you can add a little bit of fruit, you know, so you have your fruit, you know. But and then after 12 weeks your psoriasis is supposed to be considerably better, and then it'll totally clear up if you keep going. But man, and then even when you've got it totally cleared up, you kind of still have to, you got to remember that if you eat sugar or you know, well, basically anything that's going to break down as sugar, it's basically sugar. You know, it's going to bring your psoriasis back. And also dairy. Yeah, I have to cut out dairy for like that 12 months, and then even bringing dairy back into my diet will be, again, just touch and go, and like just a little bit. And it's like if you take dairy or sugar, it's going to come back, so you have to like just take a little bit and then no more for a long time, which is like, if I have to go like a day without milk, I go crazy. I drink a lot of milk, and the dairy might be, well, it's probably both the sugar and the dairy for me, but because those are like two of my favorite things, and I love cheese on everything. So yeah, the good news is it'll probably help me with weight loss really well. But yeah, so I'm having to go without dairy right now, and I'm having to go without sugar or bread or any cereal or anything. Just meat and vegetables, and it's driving me nuts. But that's another thing. I'm just stressed and depressed right now. I'm like hardcore. So yeah, and depression is an issue that I've had to deal with. I mentioned, you know, that it affected my not doing art, which I want to get back into as soon as I find a job. But yeah, stuff like that's been going on. Got a lot of pressure to raise some money to pay some things off and to find a job as soon as possible, which is so difficult. I was also going to mention, I'm here in Austin, you know. There are things I like about Austin, but again, I haven't made any friends here. I mean, a few acquaintances, some people that I might consider friends, but I don't ever see them offline. It's like maybe we worked for a while together at a job, and then I'm not at the job anymore, but I'm still in touch with those people because we were friends at the job, but I don't really see them anymore. So that's the closest I have to friends. It's like interacting on Facebook, and that's it. So that's hard, but because I basically just hang out with my sister all the time. Social anxiety, social awkwardness, can't really seem to meet anybody. Would love to date somebody, but never have. Just that social anxiety and everything. And also, I'm a big guy, and it's really hard to get a date because I like really petite women. That's just my thing. I've tried, but that's my thing. That's my thing. But so yeah, you know, it's lonely, and you always think, I think I'm ready to move somewhere else. Now, if I move, it's not going to be any different. But the fact is, I would like to move somewhere where I can, you know, maybe find a job that's more creative, or else at least be near a Disney park. That'd be cool. I would love to have an annual pass and be able to go to Disney World like every weekend, or Disneyland. I mean, California is probably a better choice for me, but Florida, there's so much more Disney there. But as far as jobs, you know, I might find something in California. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now. I don't know if I'm going to stay in Austin. If I find a great job, you know, we'll see what happens. But I think at best I'm going to find a job to keep me alive. Maybe I can get my art going. I'm going to try to sell it online. And I'm hoping I can move to the point to where making art on my own, what I want to make rather than for commissions, and selling that online. Maybe I can get to a point to where I can live off of that. I would love to do that. That would be the best possible thing right now that I can think of. And if I did that, I probably would move near a Disney park, maybe in Florida, and continue to make videos, these YouTube videos, because I enjoy this. So that's about it. That's my little rant, you know. I'm very frustrated right now, and it's probably slowing down video work. I think that's more about just being too busy right now. And I'm sleeping a lot, because when you get depressed, you sleep a lot. If you know anything about depression, you sleep a lot. Just because right now I have zero money. I'm in the red for no reason in my bank account, and no income right now. And yeah, it's stressful. Also, the gas in my car right now is all the gas I got, so gotta do those job interviews and gotta make some money so I can put more gas in my car, which, by the way, my car sticker's up the end of this month, so another thing, you know. Okay, I'm sorry about all that, but like I said, I needed to vent. I probably could have said other stuff and I just forgot. Oh yeah, and one of my fish died, so that was a little depressing. I have an aquarium in my bedroom. It's actually, through the past few years, ever since I got that aquarium, I've had goldfish and a variety of other fish in there. It's not the biggest aquarium. It's really not big enough to have a goldfish in it, but and maybe that's why they kept dying on me. But I love goldfish, so I'll have to someday get a bigger aquarium in the future, but or maybe it'll be a tropical aquarium, I don't know. But right now I have Mickey Mouse platies, and what happened was I've had so many different fish and they would always die, but I had one Mickey Mouse platy that apparently was pregnant, and she gave birth to a ton of Mickey Mouse platies, which again is sad because I only have, I mean, it's not the biggest tank in the world. It's you know, I mean, they seem very comfortable. It's not a small tank either. But it is, you know, there's a lot of Mickey Mouse platies in there because I wasn't expecting a birth to happen. You know, and they do live birth, so it was just like one morning I had 1 million babies in that tank. I don't even know how many there are. I mean, it's over 20. And I think some of them have not grown because of the you know, the tank is, again, it's a big, you know, tank, but it's like I said, it's more than 20 little platies in there. I mean, platies only get like I don't know, so big, but I'm not sure any of them have gotten that big yet, and I've had them for quite a while. But none of them have been sick and died for the long time that I've had them now, except one. Just one just died like last week, and you know, I can't imagine why it died. I can't tell why it died. Although I probably, it's due for cleaning. I'm gonna have to clean that tank today. But yeah, I don't know, because everybody else is fine. There's just tons of platies swimming around, and they seem very happy. Like I said, it's not a tiny tank. and platies are not goldfish. So and they're happy because there's a lot of them, so they have, you know, they have all their brothers and sisters around to play with. Because sometimes I would have like one goldfish and it would be really depressed, you could tell. But because the other, I would try to have two goldfish and one would die and the other one would be sad, and that was depressing. But I like goldfish because they're like dogs in a way. I mean, their personalities, they can be very close to you, really. Some goldfish, they'll you know, these fish are funny. I turn on the light and they all swim to the corner because they expect to be fed every time I turn the light on, which doesn't happen. I don't know why they think that. But yeah, I'm actually running low on food for them too, so I really need a job. But anyway, yeah, I was a little sad. Lost one of my platies, and I've had them for so long already that it was kind of a surprise. It seemed like nothing could kill these fish. But I don't want to lose any more, even though I've got way too many, because I'm very emotional. I get attached to things. Okay, so this is a package from my cousin Ruben. And I feel real bad because I never have sent him a package, and I'm just really, I've always got crap on my mind, and I'm always, I mean, when I'm dating a girl, I will go out of my way to like make Easter baskets and things like that for her. But in general, I'm really bad about gifts. You know, unless you're like my sister who I live with, you know. But yeah, because you know, whenever people send me presents, I'm like, God, I feel so bad. I haven't sent you anything. But very appreciated, very awesome. Thank you so much. My cousin has a YouTube channel also. It's called Groovin Ruben, where he talks about vinyl records and things like that. I'm not sure if it's still active, but you know, check it out, and maybe he'll make more videos if you go check out his channel. So you know, but let's see what's in here. I've already cut it open for you, so I don't have to spend a lot of time on that. And here we go, box is open, and happy birthday and Merry Christmas, belated happy birthday and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Ruben. And here we go. Ooh, interesting stuff here. I'm gonna put the box down here so I can look in. And we have some records that look very old, which is very cool. I mean, they look like some classic records. I've never seen anything like this. Disney's Three Little Pigs. This looks like an antique, you know. That's very cool. Capitol Records. I am not familiar with Disney being done by Capitol Records. This might be from like the 40s or something. That is super cool. Thank you, man. Three Little Pigs. That's awesome. Oh, and here's a Bugs Bunny one. That is so cool. I've never seen records from this period, these Capitol Records. That is awesome. Wow, Bugs Bunny and the Tortoise. Three Little Pigs. I can't wait to listen to these. The discs, yeah, the records are in here. That is so cool. Oh my God, that is awesome. Thank you. Oh, and some more here. Oh, here's another one. Woody Woodpecker. Woody Woodpecker. Anybody else remember Woody Woodpecker? I used to love Woody Woodpecker. That is super cool. Man, I've never seen records like that before. Now these I am familiar with. I used to collect these like crazy. Wow, Walt Disney presents How the Camel Got His Hump. I have never seen this before. That's awesome. But yeah, I used to love these booking records. That is so cool. I can't wait to listen to this. I really need to rebuild a collection of these. Awesome. Thank you. That's super cool. I'm looking at it right now. The illustrations and everything. This is always something interesting because this is not like a Disney movie. I mean, Disney has never done like How the Camel Got His Hump. But it's like, you know, Walt Disney presents How the Camel Got His Hump. That's awesome. Narrated by Sterling Holloway. Sterling Holloway was the original voice of Winnie the Pooh. So that's pretty cool. This is some old school stuff. I love that. Oh man. Rudolph figures. I'm a huge fan of Rankin Bass holiday programs and just anything Rankin Bass. I love their specials. I used to watch Rudolph. This is so cool. It's got Rudolph and you got Yukon Cornelius. You got Santa, and you've got the Charlie in the Box, and you've got the Snowman. I'm trying to remember what his name is. Sam the Snowman, and you've got Hermie and Clarice. That is so cool. And the Bumble. This is excellent. Never seen this set before. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, I used to watch this every year. It was like a big deal for me. Also Wizard of Oz. They used to only show that once a year, believe it or not. We have this stuff on like Blu-ray now, so it's like it's nothing now. It's like I used to just be so desperate for Rudolph to come on, and Peter Cottontail at Easter time, and Frosty. I mean, like, if you missed it in the Charlie Brown specials, and eventually I caught on to the Garfield ones, because I didn't used to see those when I was smaller, but at some point I discovered them, and just huge fan of that stuff. And Wizard of Oz, it was like, and The Wiz also, they were like once a year you had to catch them, because they didn't have cable like channels at that time. Like, it was like there were like 3 channels on TV, even in the 80s for most of the time. And then Disney Channel came along. They had like HBO. There were a few cable channels, but it wasn't like it is today. And if you didn't have cable, if you weren't paying for cable, you had 3 channels. But they didn't, I mean, you know, I remember for a while, you know, it's like you wanted to see something like The Wizard of Oz, it was only on once a year. It wasn't on TBS or anything, even for a long time, you know, even when we got TBS. So yeah, it's really special stuff. So I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I've got a lot of, I'm always collecting things of Rudolph. So this is very cool. Thank you. All right, Mickey Mouse flashing keychain, and it's a holiday theme, so I'll be using that around Christmas time, that's for sure. This makes me want to go to Disney World at Christmas time and have this on my keys, but we keep going on Halloween because, you know, how can you resist that? But yeah, that's awesome. And there it goes. Check it out. Pretty cool. I've never seen that before. That's awesome. Okay, we have Christmas Vacation. This is a puzzle. It's a little puzzle. Cool. Yeah. It's one of my favorite movies for sure, especially Christmas movies. Yeah, and we've kind of been nuts for puzzles lately, so we're going to be doing this for sure. Pocket puzzle. I wonder how tiny this is. 100 pieces. That's cool. We're going to check this out. What else we got here? Roger Ebert's Video Companion. That is amazing. Check this out. This big Roger Ebert book just on tons and tons of movies. Yeah, it's just like, it's like an encyclopedia of movie reviews by Roger Ebert. That's pretty cool. Wow. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting to read through. Holy moly. I'll be interested in getting his opinion. You know, I used to watch Siskel and Ebert when I was a kid. Like every Sunday. I was a little kid and I was watching. And it wasn't just me. I think a lot of people did this, you know. I grew up watching the movie reviews of Siskel and Ebert. And it's been a long time since I've... I'm pretty sure Roger Ebert passed away a while back. But... yeah, I don't recall how often I agreed with him. So it'll be interesting to look at that. What else? We got more stuff here. Wow. This is interesting. This is an old magazine, The Conjurer's Genie, The Conjurer's Magazine. Happy New Year. That is weird. Check that out. And then it's got a thing on the back where you can order magic tricks. This is cool. Wow. It's like a magazine for magicians. That's crazy. I've never seen this before. That is awesome. All right. Thank you, man. That's very cool. Genie, The Conjurer's Magazine. We have a little pouch here. Oh, and it's full of goodies too. Mario Pez dispenser. Very cool. What else is in here? I'm gonna empty it out into the box so I can see what else is in this little pouch. Oh, it's Simpsons action figures. That is awesome. Not action figures, PVC figures. Look. This is so cool. I'm trying to remember if the chief, what his name is. I want to say, I feel like I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say it. Because I haven't watched it in a while. But I do love The Simpsons, but it's been a while since I've watched it. There's Homer Simpson. Mainly because I don't have TV, you know, I don't have cable. I mean, it's if I would make the effort and watch all the friggin' services I have. Mr. Burns, that is so cool. You got Marge. Bartman. That is awesome. And we have Lisa and Maggie. Very cool. Because I was about to call him Chief Wiggums, but I don't think that's right, is it? I can't remember what his name is. And there are a few other things in here. I'm not sure what they are. I'm not familiar with this character. Does anyone know what this is? This is another one. I'm not familiar with these. Interesting. This little wind-up cartoon ball toy. And a BB-8. Half a BB-8. That's interesting. But cool. This is some interesting stuff, guys. Oh, man. I have like 0 Simpsons stuff, so that's awesome. I love the Simpsons stuff, especially because I like have no Simpsons figures or anything. They used to make action figures of the Simpsons, and I really wish that I had gotten them. I never did. I don't know if they still make them. I think they did. A couple of different companies did that. So yeah, that is neat. It is neat to finally have some Simpsons stuff. But that is an awesome box, man. Thank you so much, Ruben. Someday I'm going to send you a birthday box or a Christmas box or something. I'm sorry, I just... I feel bad, but I'm going to do it. But that was very cool. I got a lot of people I need to start sending gifts to and thank you stuff, because I do get a lot of neat stuff from friends and relatives and stuff that, yeah, I need to do a little payback on some of that stuff, because, man, yeah, we're gonna get things stabilized at some point here. And I'm actually intrigued by the idea of relocating. I don't know. Austin's got some good things, but man, I would like to live right next door to Disney World and go there every day. And that's a place where I could probably really meet somebody my type. But I probably won't because of my social anxiety. I'll probably just be like, hi. And get on the ride. How do you meet Disney employees? I feel like you gotta work there. I totally should be married to a cast member, I know that. But I'm gonna be thinking about like one of the character type cast members, and I feel like those are harder to get dates with, you know. I always like the Wendy's and the Alice's because they're petite and stuff. and Ariel, of course. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do some job applying right now, guys. So, and maybe a movie review, and maybe I'll catch something later today or later in the week, so I can try to catch up, because at least I have Movie Pass and my movies are free. Now I got to make sure I get $10 into the bank before they charge me for the next month of Movie Pass. Wow. I got to clear this stuff up. Okay. A lot of things to do. So much to do, but I'm still making videos. Watch for it. Sailor Moon by Moonlight. The next episode is coming. X-Files by Moonlight. It's already shot. I just need to get some clips on there. I need my sister's help with that, because she's the X-Files fan. Fanatic. I'm a fan, but she's a fanatic. And she has to get those, the clips that she wants, because I consider that her show, you know. So, I mean, it's a joint effort, but, you know. I'm the Disney guy. She's the X-Files one. And Sailor Moon. We both love Sailor Moon. So we're going to keep working on it, and like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully we can stick around if more of you subscribe. We're working on it, guys. Okay, I will catch you later.